Shabbat Shalom. This week's Torah portion is Parashat Pinchas. One of the most well-known parts of the Torah portion is towards the end, where we have a festival calendar. This festival calendar talks about the various offerings to be brought daily, weekly on Shabbat, for the new moon, and throughout the rest of the year for the various holidays. It's well known because it forms the maftir reading for Rosh Chodesh and for each of the holidays. So the sound of it is very familiar to many of us, even though we may not recognize that it comes from Parashat Pinchas. One of the things that's most appealing to me about this part of the Torah portion is the emphasis on celebrating time and making time special. This is an idea which is written about so beautifully in The Sabbath, Its Meaning for Modern Man by Abraham Joshua Heschel. He talks about Shabbat as being a palace in time, something that we reconstruct, something that we make every single week, and it is absolutely holy and magnificent. This is true of our holidays as well. We have many practices and observances that help to set that day apart from the other days of the year. The same is, of course, true of Shabbat, where we have services and we have kiddush and wonderful meals together and visit with friends and family instead of being busy in the rest of the days of the week, doing work and shopping and so forth. I think that the end of this Torah portion speaks especially to us in a compelling way during this coronavirus. You've seen, I'm sure, many of the jokes on the internet about how nobody really seems to know what day of the week it is because everything seems to be the same day after day. Who knows if it's 13th or 18th or 29th or 44th of a month? Is it still 2020? Who knows? It's just been crazy during this year. And yet, Parashat Pinchas reminds us of the importance of marking time, of making sure that we celebrate and observe and recognize the passage of time. Time is the one thing that we are totally unable to control. No matter what we do, time passes. It keeps on going. And so Judaism tells us that we should sanctify it. We should make it special, make it holy. It shouldn't just fly by without any thought being unexamined, but rather we should take regular opportunities like Shabbat and Rosh Chodesh and the holidays to think about ourselves, to think about our lives, to think about the world around us, and to think about how we can bring holiness into God's creation. This week at Bethel, the Heights Synagogue, we observe the following yahrzeits: Esther Zavalowitz, Sarah Gabinet, Jeffrey Landis, Rose Merrimont, Lee Wolin, Molly Ganuth, Pearl Siegler, Mary Feingold Brudnick, Goldie Malamud, Siegfried Dick, Abe Kaplan, Irene Friedlander, Ann Bergman Manson, Lely Gabinet, Isaac Keller, and Fanny Kritzer. We have also extend our condolences to Joel Ganuth and his entire family on the passing of his father, our dear member, Dr. Saul Ganuth. Shabbat Shalom.